There is an ancient power buried within every man, a raw, divine essence tied not to mere biology, but to the sacred rhythm of nature itself. This power is semen, the life-generating, universe-shaping seed. Modern society scoffs at such notions, having lost the sacred science of masculine self-mastery. But when a man chooses semen retention, when he guards a seed like a lion guards his pride, something radical happens. He begins to bend the laws of nature to his will. Nature, once his master, becomes his slave. This is not about domination in the toxic or oppressive sense. It's about alignment. When a man retains, he no longer dances to the rhythms of animal instinct. He rewrites the rhythm. He no longer reacts. He directs. He no longer obeys desire. Desire obeys him. And in that moment of conscious conservation, nature bows. Let us journey deep into this powerful truth. Nature has designed all living things with one core agenda: survival and reproduction. Every beast, bird, fish, and insect moves by this impulse. Hunger and sex drive the cycles of life. The human body, at its most basic, is also wired this way. Our hormonal systems, emotions, and even many of our thoughts are shaped by biological programming. This programming, however, was never designed to be your master. When you live like most men, driven by lust, pleasure, and uncontrolled ejaculation, you are no different from a dog in heat. You serve nature. You are its servant, reacting to every scent, every curve, every temptation. You chase dopamine like a lab rat chasing cheese. You are predictable, controllable, and weak. But when you choose semen retention, you flip the script. You rise from the level of beast to king. You declare, I will not release this divine fluid except with intention. And nature, recognizing your authority, must now serve you. Semen is not just a physical substance. It is spiritual fire. It is potential made flesh. Every ejaculation is a release of not just fluid, but creative energy, life force, and manifestation power. The man who wastes it regularly is like a millionaire burning cash for warmth. But the man who retains stores gold in his vault. This stored energy does not stay idle. When properly transmuted, through meditation, work, prayer, writing, training, or service, it begins to reshape reality itself. Your mind sharpens. Your will strengthens. Your charisma magnifies. Your dreams quicken into form. Why? Because nature cannot help but bend to the one who holds the seed of creation. The trees respond to you. The wind speaks your name. The timing of events shifts. You say, I will build, and resources appear. You say, I will heal, and people are drawn to your presence. This is not magic. It is mastery. It is what happens when your sexual energy is no longer dissipated but directed. A man ruled by lust is an animal. A man who rules over his lust becomes an architect of reality. Animals consume, architects create. Animals chase, architect command. Animals are trapped in cycles. Architects shape futures. When you retain your seed, your vibration rises. You begin to operate on a frequency far above the average man. You begin to see the patterns behind life, the hidden gears behind a clock of time. The chaos of nature, storms, emotions, temptations, loses its grip on you. You are no longer triggered. You become centered, grounded, anchored. You are no longer reacting to life. Life reacts to you. This is why nature begins to serve you, because you are no longer bound to it. You are above it. When you retain semen, you emit an energy field that is undeniable. It's not just confidence. It's not just eye contact or posture. It's an invisible frequency like gravity that pulls people, opportunities, and even nature toward you. People don't know why they feel drawn to you. Animals respond differently to you. Children stare in awe. Women feel in their womb. Men feel in their gut. You have become magnetic, not because of manipulation or image, but because you possess what most men do not: contain power. And nature, being intelligent, rushes to follow that power. You become like the sun. The planets orbit around you. You do not chase. You attract. Let's talk about the inner nature, your thoughts, urges, emotions, and desires. Most men are slaves to these inner storms. They want to be disciplined, but lust hijacks them. They want to focus, but distraction wins. They want to rise, but fear paralyzes them. But semen retention flips this equation, because as your energy builds, your nervous system becomes fortified, your brain sharpens, your will thickens like steel. The voice of lust, which once roared like thunder, now whispers weakly. The cravings that once dragged you into darkness now fade like smoke. You become sovereign over your inner kingdom. You command thought. You command emotion. You command action. This is the truest mastery. And as the inner is mastered, the outer obeys. Nature bows to the man who governs himself. Have you ever noticed how certain things just click when you're on a streak of retention? The job offer comes out of nowhere. The perfect opportunity opens. You say something randomly, and it unlocks a deep insight in someone else. You think of someone and they call you. This is not coincidence. This is divine alignment. When your sexual energy is conserved and elevated, you enter flow. You tap into a realm where nature no longer feels random. It feels orchestrated. Your steps are guided. Your path is illuminated. It's as if the universe itself becomes your servant. And why shouldn't it? You are carrying the seed of worlds. You are carrying the potential to create life. You are in possession of the highest frequency available to a human being. Of course, nature listens. But don't be mistaken. Nature will test you. She will send storms to see if your walls hold. She will send temptresses. She will tempt you with boredom, loneliness, and lustful illusions. She will ask, are you truly master or just pretending? And here, many fall. They relapse. They go back to slavery. But the man who endures, the man who stays the course, finds that the very storm that was sent to break him ends up strengthening him. Temptation becomes training. Pain becomes purification. Each day of retention is like hammering steel. You are becoming indestructible. And nature, once again, bows to the unshakable. There is a deep law in the universe. Energy respects energy. The universe does not respond to words. It responds to vibration. The man who walks in retained energy emits a vibration of order, power, clarity, and intention. He becomes a co-creator with the universe. Not a beggar, not a victim, not a slave, but a partner. This is why blessings increase. This is why intuition sharpens. This is why prayers are answered faster. Because the universe now knows this man is ready. This man is aligned. This man has dominion over his lower self. And so, nature serves him. Understand this. The goal is not to dominate nature like a tyrant. The goal is dominion, a sacred stewardship. When nature becomes your slave, she doesn't become your enemy. She becomes your helper. She becomes a river that flows in your direction. She becomes the wind that lifts your wings. She becomes a soil that nurtures your vision. You respect her, but you are not ruled by her. You love her, but you are not seduced by her. You live in her, but she does not live over you. You are free. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and like the video. Imagine a king walking through his kingdom. Birds quiet, soldiers straighten, children cheer. The land knows its ruler. Now imagine that king is you. You walk with retention. You carry the seed. You possess the power to generate and create. Every tree, wave, mountain, and breeze recognizes your vibration. The animals see you as more than a man. The earth feels your footsteps. You have moved from servant to sovereign. Nature is not just beautiful now. She is obedient, not in fear, but in reverence. You are the king who no longer spills his royalty on the ground. You are the king who honors his kingdom by honoring his seed. We live in a time where men have been disconnected from their power, told to chase pleasure, and conditioned to see themselves as weak. But that lie ends with the man who retains. That deception crumbles before the one who keeps his essence sacred. Because when you retain, when you transmute, when you walk with focus, dignity, and divine intent, something incredible happens. Nature becomes your slave, not through force, but through frequency, not by violence, but by vibration, not by domination, but by divinity. You are no longer a mere participant in life. You are a creator of it, and the whole universe knows it. Hold your seed, and the earth will hold you in return. Walk as a king you were born to be, and watch nature kneel. Join our Telegram link below.